Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I have what is essentially the second part of the Canvas Workspace tutorial that I posted about reverse engineering a card and stationery box set. And this is it. This is the constructed piece from the ScanNCut or Brother cut file. So I am going to show you in this video how to take all those pieces after you've cut them out and make this, which, as you see, holds a ton of cards and envelopes. There's plenty of room for tags or maybe little thank you notes. You can have your sticky notes in here, or little pads of paper, place for stamps or any other little bits that you'd like to tuck away, as well as a place to hold a pen. Instruction for this is exactly the same as for the hand cut version. Although I'm not going to be cutting that out for you, I will give you the measurements for the hand cut version on which I based this cutting file. So be sure to look in the description box for the measurements. And if you want to find out how you put this together, then stick with me and I'll show you how. Here are all the pieces that I've cut out. I'm going to start with the base, which is this piece here. We've already got the score lines in, so you just need to fold along those and burnish. So we have the score line here. This piece is going to fold towards the back, right? There. And there. These are going to fold back. We have our sides here. And in the middle here we have our base. Right, so this is going to fold up and to the back like that. That's going to be the back. Okay. And it will be held together with, first of all, you have a pocket inside of here, and then your lid is going to go over and keep that secured. Right, so let's do the lid next then. The lid has these sides here, and they're a fairly generous size. So just fold along there, and we'll decorate these while they're still flat before we actually start constructing them. We've got these flaps here. These are our tabs that will go inside like so. And that is going to form our lid. Remember, this is slightly larger than the base itself, so that it can fit over fairly snugly, but without being too loose. And of course, you don't want it too tight, or else you can't get it over the top. So that is going to fold in like this and form our lid. We also have our pockets, and This is for our large pocket. And there are just these 3 score lines. And this will not be decorated. You could if you wanted to, but there's really no need to do that. But as I said, you could, if you wanted to, place a decorative sheet on top of here. So let's get these together. Start with our base. Now this is the bottom. So we turn it this way. This is what's going to face you when you open it up. Right. And our pocket is going to go in here, in between these 2 pieces here. So it's going to go flush against that score line, and you'll center it. So there's just a tiny slither really on either side of here, and then you'll fold it up like so. And don't put your decorative paper in yet until you actually have this in place, because your strip will then cover this this little join here. Right? So that is how that will go. But let's do the decoration first. Right, now for the inside, I have these pieces. So this is going to go onto the inside at the top. This is going to go at the bottom. We're going to have also these strips that will be on the sides like that. And then I have another piece for these. That is there. Then I have another piece that is going to go along here. It's going to go into there. So let's get these glued into place, and then we'll work on the pocket. This is much easier to put these on while it's still flat, rather than putting it together. To cover the back with these pieces, like so. For the front, I have a different pattern, which is going to go here, like that. This is quite a heavy piece. It's almost like a canvas. So I need to be sure this is really stuck down very well. Put the pocket on now. And as I said, this is going to go flush up against that score line there, and then centered. I don't know if you can see that, but you will just have a tiny little bit on either side. So I'm going to place the glue here. We'll get this down first before we do the sides. Right, so let's just marry that against there. Push it up, and then give it a good press. Give that a moment also to dry. In fact, while that's drying, what we can do is decorate the lid. And for that, I have, again, another piece of this flower card. And for the sides, I have these pieces. And then I'm going to also line the inside with this matching paper as well. For the end caps, we've got these. Let's get these down. We'll start with the top of the lid. Now I'm ready to glue these tabs into place. They're going to come up like that, and then you're going to make sure that those are joined there. So you can actually rub your finger along there to see that it is squared up. So we'll put our glue onto the tab. And then just fold it in like so. And because we've angled that, we don't have to worry about it protruding from the base here. Going to hold that for a moment, go in with my bone folder, okay, and go to the other side. meeting up very nicely. Pull that in, give it a good amount of pressure there. So what we can do is go ahead and come in with our covering strip here over top of those tabs. That will help to hold it while it dries. Let's go in there like that. And that gives it a little added strength as well. We can do the other side. Wanted to, you could also line this piece in here, but I don't think that's really necessary. So we'll go back to our base, and our pocket is really dried now, so these are now going to be glued to the sides, and then we'll cover that with the decorative paper that will hide those seams, those joins. Just bring that up, and again square that off. Just hold it there for a moment. It would depend on the kind of adhesive that you're using, of course. You might have a quicker grabbing glue than I do. I'm using this because I know when this glue goes dry, it goes rock hard. So it really adds a lot of strength to something like this. Okay. Go to this side next. This will fold back, and your lid will pop on here, like that. It holds it nice and securely. So, we have our other two pockets, which are going to attach to this, plus our notepad and our little stamp pocket as well. What I've done is cut them out of this same paper that I've used on the front. This is a really nice weight. Rather than have more of this, which I was actually a bit shy on as far as being able to make these two pockets. So if I had used the plain cardstock and then want to cover that, then you, of course, would use the mats, or I would use the mats. But I don't really need to do that because it's already really decorated. So what I'm going to do here is, of course, fold on these score lines. You've got the 1/2 inch and the 1 inch on either side. And then along the bottom you have another 1/2 inch. Now if you were wanting to, if this were out of the plain cardstock like here, when you went to cover it, of course you would put your mat on the front, and then you would have your mat on this edge here, because that will still be exposed like that. unless you don't want to, you don't have to. And you can even cover it on the inside as well. There's tabs there, and I think I'm going to do that as well, so they will be covered. And how we'll attach these is we're going to actually put these two together rather than attach them to the front separately, which you could do. You could attach one of the pockets and then the other, but what we're going to do is join them in the middle and then put them down as one complete unit. So let's get that. So we have our medium and our small pockets. So we're going to join them together here on these tabs. So we'll put some red liner tape on here, and I'll also use a little bit of glue. That will join those together. Then you'll have a there tab that opens up like that, so, which will join the box there. So then you can decorate the inside. If you, unless you have, you might have even double-sided paper or card, which would even be better. You wouldn't even have to add anything to that. But you can leave it just white as it is. But what I'm going to do then is put my do the tape first. We'll do that. As I said, it's going to go on this score line here. Let's get this down. It's going to go along here. You just need to do it on one piece. Right. Also have it on this piece, this outer edge. Unless you just wanted to use glue on those, you could do that. And then for the other pocket, that's going to be attached there. Then you just need your tape on this outer tab as well. Join these together. Like that. Take off the backing, the tape. I'm going to add some of this glue as well. Right. Now, I'm just going to match those. Like that. press that together. Okay. And these are going to go into this section here in front of this large pocket in the same way that we did before. We'll have it glued down right up to that pocket and also in here. So I'm going to use the red liner tape again, help hold that, and I'll use some glue as well. So that is all glued in place, and now we can bring in pieces for our stamp pocket. And again, I've cut it out of this paper, and I have my little pocket here, or case, whatever you want to call it, for my sticky notes. And I've got a piece of the paper which is going to on the outside like that. This is nearly finished now. Place that in here, and then we can load it with some sticky notes. They will be 3 by 3, so they will fit inside of there nicely. And then we have our little stamp pocket, which we need to fold along these score lines. Of course, if you were making this with the same cardstock as you constructed the pocket here with, then you could just mat that with a piece of the decorative paper. But since it's all ready decorated, there's no sense in me doing that. And what I'm going to do here is I am going to cut these little tabs at an angle to make it less bulky there, and it will fit on the paper without any problem then. Go along the side. I think I'm going to need more glue, so I'll be back in just a moment. Refilled my glue bottles. Should be able to get on with this. And side where this is going to go. going to make room for my pen at the bottom there. I nearly forgot to add these strips. They are going to go on the inside here. Going to go on there like that. I've got the wrong ones. Pen holder. All I'm going to take a little strip, an offcut. I've got a pen here, and this is probably about the larger size pen that I would put in here. Just going to wrap that through here, to this lid here of the pen, so that I can get an idea how large to make that. Probably going to put it, although I could have it down here. If you had a narrower pen, you could, of course, place it in there like that. If you wanted it to be stuck to the lid, you would probably have to move it up more. So I think I'm going to actually put it here, like so. So I know all I need to do is just bend that, like so. The other side, I can just put my nail into there and then snip this bit off. Just pull the sides up. And then them down like that, and then the pen will slide inside. That. Take a little bit more off. Right, and then just place that down, and what I've got is this very narrow red liner tape that I'm going to use to put that into place. Nearly forgot to add these strips. We're going to go here on the side and cover that join up. That's the one here. that is our card stationery box set complete. Now all we need to do is fill it with some cards and maybe tags, note cards, maybe some thank you cards, whatever you like. And I think it makes a really delightful little gift as well. Now, I do have the original that I put together. This is my test run when I made the cut file to begin with, so I could test it out first. And as you can see, it's made in very much the same manner. Now I have 2 of these ready to start filling with my cards. Now, as I explained in the tutorial for how to create this cutting file, they will not accommodate your 5x7 or 7x7 or 8x8 cards. I am working on an idea for that, however, but they will easily accommodate your 5x5s, even, actually you could get 6x6s in these. The lid may come up just a bit much. We'll give that a try, but 5x5s are no problem at all. And of course your A2 cards. If you're interested in doing this as a hand cut version rather than the ScanNCut Canvas Workspace version, then I will leave you a chart with the dimensions for making that, or you can, even if you go over and watch the tutorial on how I engineered this or reverse engineered this to create the cutting file, you'll see all the original sizes for the score lines and the cut lines. However, like I said, I'll leave you in the description box with all the measurements, where to score, as well as the mat sizes for this. So you would make this again from 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock. So let me just grab a few cards and we'll start filling this. Yeah, I've got a load of Christmas cards that I did as A2, and I also have some square cards. These are anywhere from about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 6 by 6. So we'll have a look at these. You can see got some envelopes in here as well. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are very bulky as well. You can see they easily fit inside of here. And you can also make room for your envelopes. And they're very nicely. And then of course you've got room for little tags or anything else you want to put in there. Maybe little like 3 by 3 thank you cards. And that will fold up like so. Right. I've also, as I said, have a load of these 6 by 6. Now they are going to come up fairly high, but I think you'll have just enough clearance for these. Put all of those in there. have, it'll be a little bouncy, but actually not too bad. You could fit your 6x6 in there. It's just going to lift it up like you see here, like that. But it can be done. If you take those out, you'll see. It comes down like that. So really, it is pretty expandable as well. Put those in there. A lovely way to store your cards and keep them in very good shape. Thank you very much for joining me today. I do hope you enjoyed this little construction video, I guess you could call it, on how to put together the card and or stationery box set. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel already, please consider doing so today. Thank you to everyone who already has subscribed. It means the world to me. Don't forget to share with your friends, and until we meet again, please stay safe and crafty hugs. Bye.